Guys, before we get into today's video, I want to give a huge shameless plug. Sample Industries, we are dropping one of our flannels this upcoming weekend, this Saturday, so make sure y'all tune in, check it out. I will leave a link down below in the description to our lookbook so you guys can look at more images, see how they fit, and see how they rock, because this is one of the big releases each and every year for us, our flannel drops, and I would love y'all to partake in it. If so, check out the link down below. Let's get into today's video. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Tonyd2wild checking in once again, back with the bag of the day, guys, on the review of the upcoming Jordan 1 Lost and Found. Today, guys, we have the review of the upcoming Jordan 1 Lost and Found, set to release on November 12th. I want to make sure I'm correct on that. Alexa, what is the date of Saturday?
November 19th falls on a Saturday, 4 days from today.
Okay, I got it incorrect, my bad. November 19th. What am I, November 12th? That just passed last week. Forgive me. We got here today, though, the Jordan 1 Lost and Found, and boy, oh boy, is there a story to tell. And I want to talk about the shoe itself, because last stream I talked a lot about the box. I'll get to the box near the end because the box has a lot of details in it within itself as well. But bam. Now, you've probably seen this video, this review on this shoe all over on YouTube, but you haven't gotten the Tony D exclusive, you feel me? The Jordan 1 Lost and Found pays tribute to that of the old school sneaker boutiques of back in the day. The lost and found aspect of it is this shoe itself. If you look at the inside, the receipts and the paper that comes along with it, you see a lot of receipts, or like as if this shoe was lost in somewhere in a boutique, sitting and picking up dust for a very, very long time, and that one pair was found and someone ended up picking it up. And that plays a lot in the box itself. As you can see, the box doesn't even have the typical Jordan 1 box. It shares the box top, that of AAJKO. Now on the bottom, you can see the typical normal Nike Air Jordan box that has a lot of wear going on it. And I just said I was going to talk about the box, but I guess I got to just do it with the flow of the video. You also have two sales stickers that are on there right there. And then on the inside, you even have the receipt of an old invoice paid from back in the day. I've actually gotten a couple of these still, but that's just how a lot of receipts were written back in the day. Air Jordan 1 basketball, and it was paid in cash in 1986. I doubt there was credit cards back then. I'm pretty positive, right? Yeah, let me know. Paul L. and Lee N. was who sold it to him. And for the price point, it seems like it says $14.99. Like, that's what it looks like on there. Correct me, y'all let me know if I'm wrong. So a lot of the shoe itself wants to just pay that off. Basically, think about just going to an old sneaker boutique, an old mom and pop shop back in 1986, and they let you go and look around the store, look around and, find things and see what you want within their inventory, and you come across this old Jordan beat up box, and even on the inside of the paper, you could see that back then this shoe retailed for, I believe, $65. Let me see, it was actually there, $65. But was on sale at that time for $30. If you check it right here, you can see it's a regular $65, $30 for the first quality. That's not saying that, because this shoe itself was sold for even less. It seems like a $15 price point. So that is the type of feeling it wants to give, as if this shoe was just lost and it was found by someone and ta-da, you got it. And it has a lot of wear on it, as you can see. And this is some pretty typical wear of Jordan 1s. If you've seen a lot of old school Jordan 1s like I have, going to sneaker cons and just a lot of events and even museums, you see Jordan 1s that date back to 1985. They all tend to have this destructive, or the leather right here on the black always flaking like this. This is quite common in my humble opinion. And then you have the cracking that's on the white and the cracking on the toe box. Forgive me, these do come with an extra set of laces in white. I had to put the black in. I had to do it justice. It is what it is. Now, I want to ask you guys a question. Do y'all feel like there's been too many reimaginations of Jordan 1 Chicago to the point where y'all are ready for the actual release itself? Or does this do the justice? Because we've had this shoe now. We've had recently, the trophy room ones. Even before that, we had the patent bred ones. We have yet to have the Chicago ones since 2015. We even had a silver bullet release recently from this year that were released previously in 2017. There's been a good 7 years since a previous release of the Jordan 1 Chicago. And it's just crazy to say it's been that long. Like, I was at my mama's house doing reviews. The review is still there on the original one. But we have yet to get the actual, this typical Jordan 1 Chicago. For me, since I've already owned that pair, this does justice. This also makes me feel like I can actually wear it, wear and rock this shoe and destroy it in a way and not feel bad about it. I feel good about it. Like the leather quality, the build, the height, I'm digging it. And even the Jumpman, Flight logo, I like it a lot. It is very close to what we've seen on the Georgetown, but it's not as pronounced, it's not as popping as that. And let me grab that shoe. Because one of the things I have been questioning about this is this the 85 height? Is it not? And as you can see, it seems to check out as far as that height goes. It seems to check out quite well. I think it's only right that I go and get the Chicago one so that we can see a decent comparison of the two. I ain't gonna lie, I couldn't almost find it for a minute, but there it is. Here she goes, she's a beauty. Quality feels really good on this. It's been a long time since I even pulled it out, but here is a quick comparison of the two. Bam! Check him out. They hit it pretty spot on. I mean, I have nothing really negative to say. Even the heights are quite the same, quite good. I mean, it seems like this one might be even a little bit more taller. The colors are quite close. Really don't think there's that much. If there is, it's not really distinguishable. The checks, this seems like it's a little bit bigger than this, slightly different in the check size. You can see tongue height about the same. The tags are slightly different where one is rolling up a little bit more than the other. But inside white with the red, but it's removed. Pretty much spot on, and I didn't expect anything different, but I did want to show it and I guess show off that I still got my 2015 pair. As far as sizing, it fits just like any other 8.5 out there, any other Jordan 1 out there. I like to go 8.5 because I like mine to be a little bit more of a snug fit. They lace up pretty well, they sit well on the pants, they look good, they feel good. The quality, the craftsmanship, the leather itself has that crack type of aesthetic, so who knows if it will peel more or show more wear easily. That part I don't know. I do know, however, that usually on the previous pairs of the reimagined, or not the reimagined, but the visionaires and all that, it did have that tag that stated that there will be some sort of crackling, or the leather itself may crack over time. We do not get that on this specific pair. We also do have that outsole that has these white markings all on it, kind of like this showing off like, mold or cobwebby, type of stuff going on. And speaking of that, I mean, we've been seeing a lot of Jordans that have been coming with mold on it, just recent, like new pairs. But you do have that going on the bottom. And I wonder, like, is this washable or not? I know this sounds weird, but I wonder if you can remove this. I wonder how this will look once you wear it more too. Does it stay or what? That part I don't really know nor care. On the midsole, it doesn't, well, yeah, okay. On the midsole, you could definitely see there's, and maybe it's harder to see because it's so white, but there is different. The top being the new version, the bottom being the 2015. You could definitely see that there's possibly there's like a difference in color on the midsole, more sail, like that more used and old appearance, and even so forth. On the tongue, you could see that it has a more yellow look on this one compared to this one, even though this one's, damn near 7 years old. But the quality on this one was really nice. So Jordan brand, make sure y'all keep it coming if you do end up bringing these back. But overall, Granddaddy nutsack material on the leather, real hard, real soft, but also crackled like it needs some lotion on the balls. Make sure you guys get that Manscaped on that. Cracked leather on the upper, like some chapstick. Y'all need some chapstick out here in the winter time, I know. This is somebody's chapped ass lips right here. If you love it, you'll love it even more. The box, AJKO top. On the inside, you got all the papers going on, all like the ads and the papers that was brought out when the shoe actually dropped. Some newspaper articles, some prices that we would love to see more and more of, but unfortunately, we'll never see that price again. But, hey man, a great shoe overall. I think, I've heard rumors. I'm not telling you this. I'm not telling you this as in I know. I'm telling you this as I've seen on Twitter and all that. Rumors are said to be 600,000 pairs of this particular shoe. Do I know or nor to believe? That part I don't really know, but that's to each its own. This is gonna be a well-sought shoe. In my opinion, this is the biggest shoe left to release as far from Jordan's end. The 11 cherries and all that, nobody really cares. I mean, people care about it, but this is the real shoe. This is the bang for the buck. So keep your eyes peeled and be on top of it, because it is what it is. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure you leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel if you're new. And I'm gonna end you guys and girls off with an on-foot review. I'm out. I love y'all. Checking in, checking out. Peace.